Hello, everyone. Come on in. My name is Annette Anthony. I'm the Director of Corporate Engagement for Exit Realty Corp International, and I'm so excited about this very special follow-along session. And basically what we're doing is we're conducting an annual tech tool audit. Doesn't that sound so fun to do, right? Some of you are thinking, well, this isn't the greatest of timing to do this, but I can tell you that the timing is actually so crucial because right now we're preparing in advance to make sure that all of your operations are running smoothly. And this session is timed perfectly because at the moment we're recording, this is the second quarter of the year of 2024. You might be watching this later, which is great. The content is absolutely applicable throughout the year or years to follow. But this is very important because we're going to give you invaluable insights so that you can make really small adjustments to make sure that your tools are running effectively. So whether you're brand new or you're experienced, I promise you that this session is going to give you lots of actionable takeaways that's going to help you enhance your tech skills and even help you improve your business outcome. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, isn't it? I promise, and you're going to get so much good information. I've got a lot of notes here today, and the reason I do this is because I want to make sure that this experience is the highest and best use of your time. And I want to make sure as I go through the various sections that we're not missing anything. What we're going to do is we're going to just dive right in because time is of the essence. And I want to show you by logging into the actual exit tool. So I'm not going to give you screenshots of what the tools look like. We're actually going to dive in and I'm going to walk you through them. That's really important for us because we are all about showing our exit associates how to do things, not just talk at them about the importance of doing them. There's a difference, and I believe that you're going to agree. For those of you who are logging in right alongside me during the Techinar, that's fantastic because you're actually going to be able to go in and follow right along with me. We're going to take our time. We're probably going to go over 30 minutes just so that you know, but understand that while we take our time, it gives you an opportunity to really see the tools and areas where you have an opportunity to improve or even update things. Because you know what? There's going to be an opportunity where you need an effective tool or you want to make sure that everything is updated, and it's only the most important when you need it, right? At that moment is really crucial. So I'm going to make sure that we prepare you. I'm also going to share with you opportunities in your exit technology that you can really take full advantage. Many of you might just be scratching the surface. So isn't that exciting that you're going to learn new revelations with our exit technology on how you can leverage it even better? And then I want you to set a reminder for next year. So right now, if you're taking notes, here's what I need you to do. Now we do our Techinars on the 4th Wednesday of every month. If you're watching this on the replay, whatever the date is today, here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure in your notes that you schedule yourself a reminder so that you can review this next year, because if you might have some changes, you can get those accomplished pretty quickly. And because you've gone through this tech audit, I can tell you it's going to be really, really simple to tackle. Okay, so let's dive in. We're going to go in and we're going to talk specific tools. There's several of them, okay? I call them, well, our Bob McKinnon, he's our Director of Leadership. He talks about our Exit Realty toolbox, and not just the technology tools, but all of our tools and resources. You've got a toolbox. In our toolbox that we're going to talk about today, specifically, we're going to go into details in the Exit Resource Center. We're going to tackle your mobile business card, the Exit Ad Center, your My Smart Sign technology, Exit Realty websites, and we're going to finish off strong with the Exit Realty Connect app, okay? By now, you should go ahead and log into your exit tools. Now, you can do this from your mobile device, so you can actually sit back and you can watch the Techinar on your desktop, or if you're in the office, you can watch it with your colleagues. But you can also log into the Resource Center from your mobile device and go into the tools that I'll be talking about today. The first one we're going to talk about, and mind you, when we go through each of these various sections on the PowerPoint, we're actually going to dive in to the specific tools. And we're going to go into each of these areas so that you know exactly where to find them. So in the Resource Center, we're going to tackle the My Profile section. And in the My Profile section, we're going to first talk about your contact information, which is really important because you have what's called a public profile and you have a personal profile. They're different, okay? Public profile is how the consumer sees you. And then your personal profile is how we at Exit Realty see you. And there's important information that you want to make sure that you're updating. Now, you also have your URL. So for instance, in your bio, you might have a link to your website. It's really important to go to your website or to go to your bio, even go look at your bio, what it looks like on exitrealty.com. Click on everything to make sure that links actually work, because your consumer is looking at these resources, right? You want to make sure that what they click on is taking them exactly where it should be. And then any dated information, for instance, how many years you've been in the industry. If you haven't gone back and updated your profile, chances are that information is outdated, and it might conflict with what you're telling your consumer. If you're telling them that you've been in the industry for so many years, but in your profile it says something different, that's something to really pay attention to. Also, your MLS ID. We've had some agents who have said, hey, my listings aren't showing up. Why is that? And we're going to tackle why that is. Chances are maybe your listings are listed in a different MLS than what your office is listed in. So we'll talk about that. And then adding designations. Did you know that you can add your designations in the Resource Center? And it's really important that you do, because in your profile information, this is where your consumer will get to see it. And your administrator actually is the one who's able to put that in for you. And then your social media URLs, and then finally your beneficiary information. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in, because I want to tackle this first. We've got a lot to tackle, so we're gonna toggle back and forth to the various different areas of the Resource Center and your tools. So let's first go into the Resource Center. We're here, and I've got my handy dandy list. So let's go through. So we talked about your profile information, which is right here on the upper right-hand corner. This is really important so that you can, simply hover over this. When you do, you'll see that it says public profile and personal profile. We're going to go to the public profile information. Okay, this public profile information is very important because your photo, you want to make sure that you have the most updated photo of yourself. I've seen some of our exit associates post their new headshots. They look fantastic and a drastic difference from their previous headshots. So now's a great time to make sure that you're updating all of your contact information, especially how you look. The other area is, of course, your bio. So I mentioned earlier the importance of making sure that you're checking all links that you have in your profile bio. Okay, this is what appears on exitrealty.com. And if you're not sure of how to write an effective bio, we've got you covered. We've got a tip sheet that you can go ahead and click on so that it takes the guesswork out of creating your bio. This is also an area in your bio where if you're including information of how many years you've been in the industry, update that. Here's another one too. What about the areas that you serve? Have you recently updated that information? Maybe you've expanded into new markets. And if that's not mentioned in your bio, that would be an opportunity for you to do that. Make sure that you enter that into your bio. Also, we talked about your MLS ID. Making sure that we have your correct MLS ID in your profile is very important. And again, if you have a question or a need on how to do that, just reach out to our franchise support team. They're amazing. In fact, you can chat with them on the bottom right-hand corner with this little chat bubble. Connect right with our team. They're standing by to assist, okay? Next is your social media. Now, I want you to understand that your social media, listen, if you are not in certain platforms, don't be pressured and think that you have to, okay? Put your social media URLs where you are the most comfortable, where you are the most active. This is the URLs that you want to include. So if Facebook is your love language, right? If this is where you are socially gregarious, make sure that you put your Facebook profile information here. Maybe it's your business page. Maybe you're on LinkedIn or Instagram. So go ahead and put in your social media URLs here. Another important fact that you want to make sure that you're adding to your contact information is your designations. Now, like I mentioned, your administrator will be able to do this for you. And we have a really long list of designations. So if you have a unique designation and we don't have a designation for that, if we don't have it listed, just contact our franchise support team. They will add it to our extensive list, because here's what we know. Exit associates love getting education. They love it. Now, getting education is super important, but you also want to make sure that you're displaying this. Have your administrator add this information for you. Did you know that the National Association of Realtors, they are providing a free accredited buyer's representative course for free until the end of this year in 2024? This is a value of $295, which is pretty amazing for those exit associates to get your ABR, which is very important. I'm going to show you on your profile information, what does this look like when people go to your information on exitrealty.com and they want to learn a little bit more about you. Where do your designations actually live? Well, I'm checking out Nick Liebert. Of course, he loves education. So there's an area here where it says designations and specialties. I'm sure many of you that are watching this call have gotten additional designations, maybe in the last few years, maybe during COVID. That's when you spent a lot of your productivity time getting designations and leveling up your knowledge. Make sure that you have those designations here so that the consumer understands all the hard work that you're going into to make sure they have a great experience when working with you. Do consumers care that their real estate sales professional has designations and specialties? Absolutely they do. So if you have acquired a designation or a specialty and you have not yet, make sure that you put this in your notes to have your administrator do this for you. If you need assistance, you can always contact franchise support and we can assist as well. The other is, okay, we talked about the social media URLs, you're good there. The other is your beneficiary information, okay? The Resource Center provides, like I mentioned, your public profile and your personal profile. Now, I'm not gonna click on personal profile only because I don't wanna display Sharon's personal information, okay? However, when our exit associates click on the personal profile information, it will show you an area for beneficiary, and this is really important. I'm not going to say every year a situation comes up, but I do know of one pretty recent when one of our exit associates, he recently passed away, and his beneficiary was his wife. Okay, his wife, though, when he put her into the system, was still living. She actually passed away before he did. So think about that. Now his beneficiary benefits don't go to his new wife that he married several years ago. So we can't change that information once it's in there. So it's really important that you think about just a quick little audit, a review, look at your beneficiary information. Is the person that you have designated the person that you want those beneficiary benefits to go to? And if not, you want to make sure that you change the information. So important that you do that. Again, you can find that under personal profile. So important. And like I said, make sure that you review that annually. Okay, so that's what I have for your audit as far as your public information, your personal information in the Resource Center. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the deck, but I'm actually not going to keep toggling back and forth. I think that we could just quickly see here from the screen, we could just quickly take a look at the bullets of what you can expect that we're going to go over. So there's a few things on the mobile business card that we're going to tackle. First of all, we're going to address the name of your vanity name. We're going to talk about reply settings, new designs, the About Me section, and the display settings. So let's go back into the Resource Center. Okay, there's a few things that we're going to tackle in here together. So on the right-hand side, we're going to click on My Mobile Business Card. When we click on My Mobile Business Card, it's going to take us right into the Mobile Business Card dashboard. Now, we get a lot of questions about our mobile business card. People love them, okay? But one of the questions that we get asked is, look, I've got a mobile business card and I've got a My Smart Sign vanity code? Like, do I need both, or can't they just be one? Well, I'm going to address that right now. The reason why you're provided two different vanity codes is because you're going to use those two resources in two different ways. However, they both intersect. For example, your mobile business card is a great tool to use when people want to connect with you, right? Instead of giving them a paper business card, if you will, okay? Instead of giving them that, because what are they gonna do with that, right? Are you hoping that they're going to enter in all your information? We can only hope, right? But hope that's a whole separate Techinar that we could do on that. I want to give you actual things that you can do. So your mobile business card is really important that you share when you're networking, because what it does is it connects you to that individual. When they text your vanity name to the number 85377, they get your information right away, all the ways that they can connect with you. You get their verified mobile number, okay, so that you can connect with them, and that's very important. Now, in the mobile business card resource, this, like I said, this essentially replaces your paper business cards. Like, I do not use paper business cards when I'm out and about. I use my mobile business card all the time. When people want information about properties, you're not going to give them your mobile business card. You're going to want to give them your My Smart Sign vanity code, because what it does is it fetches their GPS location and it shows them properties available for sale in their geolocation, and not just exit properties, any properties for sale listed by other companies, whether they're independent, national, international brands, it doesn't matter. So you have two separate, very distinct technologies, but they both connect together. So your mobile business card connects people to your My Smart Sign technology. Your My Smart Sign technology connects people also to your mobile business card. So I want you to don't limit yourself in thinking that I should only use just one. Use both technologies in situations where they make the most sense. When people are connecting with you socially, you want to share your mobile business card. When people want to know what's going on in the market in their area, definitely share your My Smart Sign technology. But let's talk first about your mobile business card. Okay, we addressed the two text codes. Awesome. The next thing I want you to think about is updating your vanity name. Okay, now a lot of agents, when they just first get into the resource center and they set up their mobile business card, they'll just they'll just put together a vanity name just to put something in and start playing with the technology. That's awesome. But maybe now that they're serious about their business, they're understanding how to use the technologies, maybe that vanity name is no longer, benefiting them. Maybe it's not really connecting their branding with who they are. So here's an opportunity for you to customize your text code. So if you don't love it, what you currently have, or if your vanity code starts with the letters E, B, C, and then your roster code, that means you have never yet customized your vanity code, and you should. I just talked to an exit associate a couple days ago. We were at a social setting, and I asked him about his mobile business card, and it was an EBC, and he was Rookie of the Year in one of our Exit Southeast offices, okay? He didn't even know that you could change your vanity name. He just felt that we gave him that vanity name and that's what he uses. Isn't he sweet? But Rookie of the Year, you guys, okay? So he was so excited to hear that he can customize this so that it resonates more with who he is. He actually did it on the spot from his Exit Realty Connect app, which was really great to help him with. So first thing I want you to take away is that you can change your vanity code to be whatever you want it to be. If you love it, don't change it, okay? Use it. Also, what you can do is you can update your reply message. Maybe you've had the same reply message for some time. Maybe you want to change it up a little bit. Well, you certainly can. Where it says reply message, this is where you can change your language, right? It doesn't have to be so rigid. It could just be something that is a little bit more relaxed and it sounds like you. Take the opportunity to update your reply message. Okay, design. Did you know we've got two beautiful designs that you could be using, right? A lot of our exit associates have used these two. They're great designs, but they've always asked us, hey, can you make our photo bigger? Can you make a more modern design? Well, we did. And you can access these designs from the Resource Center and you can choose one of these two beautiful new designs, and they look fantastic. Do make sure that you review what your photo looks like. If it needs to be adjusted or you need help with that, go to the chat box, the little chat button down at the bottom. Have our franchise support team help you adjust your image so that it looks fantastic. Because this only matters, right, when you need it, right? So we want to make sure that you're doing these changes now. The next thing I want you to take a look at, so we've got the design, that's awesome. Next is, of course, your title and office. So you want to make sure that you have selected your title and office, okay? And then we're going to go to number 5, which is your display. So what I mean by display is that what people see on your mobile business card, you can actually decide what do you want them to see. So when I say display, you can either show your My Smart Sign technology, which why wouldn't you, right? And also other features of your mobile business card. So let's go to display, and I'm going to walk you through some of these. First of all, you want a section that talks a little bit about who you are. It's called the About Me section. Now, this is not a section where you would take your online bio, copy those 14 paragraphs, right, and squeeze it into this box. No. The reason why you wouldn't do that is because this is a mobile experience and your consumer does not have time to flip through, right? All that information. Just be brief. A couple sentences is all you need, okay? If you don't have something in here, it's going to display like you have nothing on there. If you don't want it to be shown, you can just uncheck that box and it won't be shown. There won't be a button that says About Me. That button will not appear. But if you do want it to be shown, you want to make sure that you have something in here. And I know that some of you don't have something in there. So already you're learning about, I need to make some changes. Okay. The next is View My Site Link. This is where you would have your web URL here. So whatever your website URL is, you want to make sure that it's here where it says View My Site Link. That's very important. If you don't, if you don't have your website connected, but you do want your site link to be made available, then it's going to point to exitrealty.com. Not terrible, that's great, but it is about you. So we want to make sure that it's your website that we're promoting, and that's important. How you can get this done, how you can get your business website here is just simply go into the public profile information, okay? And in the public profile information, you will be able to upload this information here. So just talk to our franchise support team and we will definitely make sure that we help you do that. I'm going to go back into the mobile business card. When I go into the mobile business card, we're going to tackle, all right, so we talked about the reply messages, design, title, and office, and we talked about the display section, okay? You also have a section where it says View My Listings. So you want your listings to appear, make sure that you check this box. You also have 2 other buttons. You have Display My Smart Sign. This is your My Smart Sign technology. If you opted not to have this, you can uncheck this box, but why would you, right? You want to be sure that you're giving people access to your contact information, but this also connects your My Smart Sign technology, which is so good to have. So make sure to have that button checked off where it says Display My Smart Sign. That would be great. And I would love to hear, as you're doing this and you're following along, are you finding some areas that you really didn't expect that you thought maybe you had filled in? I want to know, so type in the chat. Let me know, what are some of the areas that you're discovering that you're going in and you're correcting as we do this tech audit? I want to hear from you. And then finally, you have my sponsoring page. My sponsoring page is very important. This is where we point people to all of your branded sponsoring resources. So if it's another agent from another company and you've connected, and from your mobile business card, there's actually a button that connects them to your sponsoring page and it's branded to you. So that is great. If you want that to appear, make sure that you click on that check mark or that little, just check the box, okay? And when you're done, go ahead and hit save. You're good. So those are the most important things to go through in your audit for your mobile business card. And I hope you found at least 1 or 2 things that you can update as we do this audit. Okay, we're going to shift gears and we're going to go into the Exit Ad Center. Okay, so in the Exit Ad Center, there's a few things that we're going to tackle. We're going to tackle how you can put your Facebook business page in here, in your Exit Ad Center, reviewing and updating the information you have for your auto response for both text and email. We're also going to talk about adding your billing information so that when you're ready to place an ad, you're ready to go. And then also we're going to talk about lead integration. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go into the Resource Center. And what I'm going to do is we actually have two areas where you could tackle this. You can either hover over properties, you'll see the Exit Ad Center, or you can hover over marketing and you'll see the Exit Ad Center. Gets you to the same place. Okay. In the Exit Ad Center, we first talked about where you go and update your Facebook business page. Super important. Now, I've talked to quite a few agents, and either they don't have a business page or their business page is so grossly outdated, right? That they're like, I don't even use it. I don't talk about it because I haven't done anything with it in years. I get it. So in the meantime, what you can do is you can most definitely, where it says assets, a couple things here. So we're going to go into assets and you'll see where it says Facebook pages. When you click on Facebook pages, this is where you can add your Facebook page, and it's a lot easier than what you think. So if you are the individual who has a Facebook page, but it's super outdated, no problem. You can come into our default Facebook page and you can use it in the interim. Okay, but we really want you to have your own Facebook page because it's about you having conversations with your leads. Can you still generate leads off of our default one? Yeah, you can, but it's important that you engage with your audience, okay, in conversation. Okay, the next thing is over on the upper right-hand corner, we're gonna hover over this little icon that looks like a little silhouette of a person. When we click on this, we're gonna go to My Account. And when you go into My Account, a couple things we're gonna do. We're going to go into your lead alert preferences. Okay, this is how you communicate automatically with people that you're connecting with on your digital ads. So you definitely want to have a auto responder for any email interactions as well as text message. And maybe you already have something, but isn't it good that you update that? Sure it is. So I'm going to give you an example. This is what Sharon has. She says, thank you for sending your contact info. And she keeps it pretty general because it could be a buyer, could be a seller, could be a potential recruit. So thank you for sending your contact info. Thumbs up for Sharon. It says, I will be in touch with you to follow up. And that says, in the meantime, feel free to text reach Sharon. So she's including her mobile business card information. So smart. For all the ways to connect with me. Talk soon. Okay, that is a great auto response because you're making sure to address expectations of people and you want to give them other ways that they can connect so they're not just at a dead end. Okay, next is same for your text response. So same idea, brief though because it's text. So thanks for connecting. I'll be in touch to follow up. For my complete info, text reach Sharon to 85377. I look forward to working with you. You can also include emojis because people love to use emojis in text response. So consider that too. It humanizes the engagement as well, right? It's not so rigid, it's technology, but you're putting that softness to it as well. So do make sure that you update that information. And then you also have, I'm gonna click on the little icon again. And when I go into my account, we're gonna go into billing details. Now, when we go into billing details, obviously, you want to make sure that you've updated your credit card information. This is important because this only matters when you're busy and you're tackling your digital ad and you get in and then you discover, I don't even have my credit card. Where's my purse? Where's my wallet, right? This only matters when you need it and the information is incomplete. So take a minute, add in your credit card information, and then you can just save it so that when you are ready to place an ad, you're good. Or your credit card is expired, right? Or my billing address has changed, right? So there's things to set up that you want to make sure that you've got handled so that when you need them, you're good to go. Okay, the other thing is you also have lead integration. Did you know? We're going to go back into the Resource Center and we're going to go into settings and preferences, okay? settings and preferences. When you go into settings and preferences, you're going to see that you have third-party data settings. And this is where, if you use Wise Agent, which is one of the CRM partners that we have amazing partners in the Resource Center, but you can point your Wise Agent, well, you can point your leads from your Exit technology to go right into your Wise Agent account. So that's something to consider, right? Because it's all about following up with your leads. Okay. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, this is great, Annette. I love the Exit Ad Center, the idea, but I don't have listings yet. Okay, well, you can still use the Exit Ad Center because you could you could talk to agents in your office who have listings, and you can ask them, hey, I would love to market your listing. Can I create a digital ad and promote your listing? Of course you can. They would love for you to. So do ask. But then you have a blueprint here that is a Facebook image and video. You can create your own, and the objective is for you to generate leads. So this would be a great opportunity for you to upload a photo of the property and add in some description. You can also point people to your My Smart Sign technology. Okay, so when you choose this and you start creating your own template, right? Where you have the creative, this is where you can add content. You can add verbiage, right? Here where it says headline number 1. This is where actually it's body text number 1. It appears right above the photo. You can add your My Smart Sign vanity code here so that while people are on Facebook and they're attracted by your beautiful listing photo, that your digital ad, if they want to check out properties available for sale in their area, provide them with your My Smart Sign text code. Okay, great. What else do I have for you? Yeah, I think I covered it. Perfect. All right, we covered the Exit Ad Center, and I hope that was pretty explanatory, pretty easy for you to understand. Again, our franchise support team is amazing, and they're always able to help. We've got a few more things to tackle. Let's go and check out what I have in store for you for the My Smart Sign technology. All right, for My Smart Sign, we're going to do a few things. So again, reviewing your vanity name. We're also going to revise your reply message if you need to. Fallback search preference, this is important. And then we're going to have a conversation about how you can switch your My Smart Sign vanity name to be your mobile business card, or your mobile business card vanity name to be your My Smart Sign. You can actually switch either text codes so that one is the other. Let's show you this. So I'm in the Resource Center, and I'm going to go into the upper right-hand corner. You'll see the My Smart Sign dashboard. All right, so now that I'm in the My Smart Sign dashboard, a couple things. Your custom text code is here on the right-hand side. So if you don't remember what it is, that's a problem. You want to make sure that you're picking a vanity code that is memorable, easy. And if you're using it regularly, you're not going to forget what it is because you're using it regularly, and that's a good thing. So if you're not digging what you previously had, no problem. You can always go here and you can customize it. So you can change what the vanity name is. The other thing is updating your reply message. So you have a reply message, just like how we talked about in the mobile business card, you can change that. You can maybe clarify to people, let them know. Here's what Sharon has, it's pretty good. It's view homes for sale near you 24/7 across North America. And then it shows at your service, Sharon. Like, that's great. That's a great, very informative reply message. It's perfect. Okay, so you can update your reply message. The other is your fallback search location. So you'll see where it says fallback search location. This is important. If your contact does not enable their location, okay, so when they text your My Smart Sign vanity code to 85377 and they have their location turned off, they'll get a notification from your technology that tells them, enable your location so that you can see the properties near you. But if they're like, no, I'm not going to do it. So what's going to happen is the fallback search preference will go back to your office, meaning where your office is physically located, it's going to do a radius around that office, and it's going to show the first 9 or 10 properties, right? So that's great. You'll have, it's automatically, the fallback is automatically, you've got the longitude and the latitude already set up for your office. But if you feel that the area in which you want wherever you have your listings, you can change the pin to be wherever you want it to be. Like you could literally grab the pin and move it to update the location. So consider that. Or maybe go to Google Maps and pinpoint the location that you want. You'll get the latitude and longitude, and you can update that location here. That is for a fallback search location. Remember though, most of the time when people have their location turned off, if they understand, okay, if you enable it, you're going to get what you wanted. And they're going to typically do that. They might turn it back off once they get the information, but at least, right, they get to see the listings in their area. So that's good. And you always get the lead notification. So don't forget that. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share with you is you can change your, you can switch your mobile business card and your My Smart Sign. So let me go back into the mobile business card dashboard. Okay, when you go to your mobile business card dashboard, you'll see where it says switch my codes. I've seen this happen where some of our exit associates thought, you know, my vanity code for my mobile business card for people to connect with me really resonates better as my Smart Sign vanity code. So what they've done is they can just click where it says switch my codes, and literally you will just switch your codes. Now, if that was a train wreck and you're like, ooh, I should have done that, can you switch it back? Yes, without losing anything. So that's something to think about. We got you covered. So that's pretty important. Some of you are probably going to click on that button right away. That's great. Now, the next technology we're going to focus on is our Exit Realty websites. But before we go to the Exit Realty websites, are you having fun? Like, are you discovering things that you didn't realize in this tech audit? I'm going to take a sip. I hope you are. Type in the chat. I want to hear from you. What did you discover that you didn't already have updated? I want to know that that today's session was helpful for you. Okay. Now let's power through because we're almost done. So we're going to talk about the Exit Realty websites, and really there's just two things that I want you to do. I want you to check your URL to make sure that it works, and I want you to go and update or add content because you can. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to go to Sharon's website. Okay, so Sharon has an exit provided website, as you're able to get one as well. We have agent-centric websites, we have a blog focus, we have recruitment, and then we also have IDX search, so people can search, you know, for properties available for sale in their area. That one is a subscription. The other three are completely free. But it's really important that you come to your website and that you go search it, right? Go and type the URL, or from your bio, you might be showcasing your exit website. Click on it. I want to make sure that you are checking your URL. Is it broken? I want to know. I want to hear from you. Did you check it and it was broken and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to fix that? Awesome. What I want you to do is, that's a great thing because you discovered that and you can fix it right away. Our team can help you. So make sure that you're checking your URLs. Also, I want you to think about the content that you're putting on your website, because you can add more content. But maybe you did this initially and you haven't gone back to add information since. So this is really easy to do. You can go into the Resource Center in your Exit Websites dashboard and you can add more content, or you can remove content. That's really important. So whether it's news or community, or how about this? Some exit associates, they don't have anything in these areas. They might not even realize, well, I didn't even know that there's nothing here. So that as you're sharing your website and people are going to it, you maybe didn't even know that there are areas that were, you know, that didn't have content in. So you want to make sure that you add content and that you update the information. There's so much information about real estate. You should not have any challenge trying to come up with content on your own. In fact, you can also, if you're creating a new page, which is easy to do, I'm going to go into the Resource Center, and when we go into, I'm going to hover over the marketing section, we're going to click on websites. When we click on websites, you're going to see that we're going to go into your website admin panel. There's a lot of great things that you can do here. You've got custom pages. So in your custom pages, this is where you can add your content. So you can just, if it's under news, you want to add information, this is what you want to do. So make sure that you come in here, you can add information, super easy to do. And you can also, some of our agents, they've been repurposing content. So they'll go to our YouTube page, right? And they will go and check out videos and they think, oh, these are really great videos. I want to use some of these on my exit provided website. Well, you can. So if you need some help on how to do this, let us know. We'll be happy to walk you through. What you can also do is you can save these videos, because when you save them, you'll know, okay, I've already used that video. I don't want to use it again, okay? Really important. What else? Custom pages. Good, good, good. The next thing in your website, what else do I want to share with you? Yeah, oh, the other thing I want to take you to is we're going to go back to website settings. This is probably one of the last things on the exit website that I want you to make sure that you are paying attention to. Is in your dashboard, you want to make sure the last thing that you do is that your routing information is active. Like if you've got that green routing, that means you're good. Your website is confirmed. It's good to go. If it is not green, I want you to go ahead and click on the chat feature, and I want you to connect with our franchise support team so that they can walk you through on making sure that your website is up and running and discoverable and people are able to connect with you, okay? That's all I've got for Exit Realty websites, and we're on the home stretch. Let's take a look at what else I'm going to share with you today. We're going to go into the Expert Marketing Suite. This is actually going to be a lot of fun. So if you like to have fun, this is really good. There's 4 things that we're going to cover. So we're going to review your alert settings, so important. A place where you can go and order your smart signs or sign writers, your leads, of course, and then of course you want to update, add documents and links to your properties, and even highlight your property if you're going to have an open house. Yes, so let's go in. Super easy to do. I'm going to go back into the resource center. Hang on. I locked myself out. Okay, we're going to go right back in. Super easy. Okay, so for the Expert Marketing Suite, we're going to go into, we're going to hover over either properties. Okay, it'll take you right into the Expert Marketing Suite, or you can hover over marketing, Expert Marketing Suite. Some people like to go certain ways. You're cool. All right, in the Expert Marketing Suite, what you want to do, this is so important, alert settings, okay? The reason I want to highlight this is because it's possible that you might not be getting our notifications when somebody is checking out your mobile business card, or your My Smart Sign technology, or if you're generating leads off of your property, but crickets, right? You don't even know. This is where you want to make sure that we are sending you either an email or a text message, or both. I would recommend both, because you want to make sure that we catch you, right? And then of course, new listing notifications, meaning when your listing hits the MLS and you enter it into our exit technology, we want to make sure that all your technology, that your listing is mobilized, and that you can start marketing your exit technology for your property. So make sure where it says new listing notifications, make sure that we're notifying you by email or text. Once you've made sure to check all the boxes, just hit Save Settings and you're good to go there. To order your sign writers, this is so important. I'm just going to hit my back button, okay? The sign writers are right here in the Expert Marketing Suite. So important. If you're going to put a sign in your yard, make sure that it's a smart one. The reason I say this is because you want to make sure that you have your My Smart Sign ordered. In fact, let me just go to it very quickly. Expert Marketing Suite. I clicked on the wrong button. Right here where it says Order Smart Signs. I clicked on Send. Okay. Order Smart Signs. So this is where you want to order your sign panel. So look at your inventory. Okay. Make sure that your inventory of signs looks great. Or maybe you already have signs, you're good, but you don't have any sign writers. Get a sign writer or a panel that has your My Smart Sign vanity code on it. What makes your signs so smart with your My Smart Sign technology is that not only do consumers get information about your exit listing, but they get to know what's going on in the neighborhood with other listings without having to call those other agents. When they use your technology, you're giving them information about those properties that they're interested in, and you get to scoop up the leads every single time. So make sure, sign panels, and a sign writer. So important. And if you want to start generating some listings right away, okay, make sure that you book a vacation, right? Those seasoned agents who are watching right now, they're like, yes, absolutely. When you book a vacation, and it's a big one, clients are going to fall out of the sky. Am I wrong? Like, I know that I'm right on this because it happens all the time. But you want to make sure that you have those sign panels and that you have those sign writers, because no seller is going to be okay with you telling them that, okay, I'm ready to list your home, but I got to order some sign panels or some sign writers. Like, don't be that agent, because they will not be happy with that. So order your signs, so important in the expert marketing suite. And then when you're in the expert marketing suite, you guys, look at the leads, okay? You need to be sure that you're following up with your leads within the first 60 seconds, because when you respond to leads within the first 60 seconds, your conversion rate increases by 130%, which is, no, 391%, sorry. 391% is the conversion rate when you follow up with leads within the first 60 seconds. Unbelievable. Did you also know, I'm going to click on Market My Listings. A lot of agents didn't know this one. This is a big one. When you click on your listing, okay, and when you click on the listing, did you know that you can actually, before you print your flyers, you can actually edit the property? Okay, you can change out the photos before you actually print them. And I know many of you are like, yes, I am so excited to see that. I didn't even know you could do that. You can. So make sure that you edit your flyers by changing the photos in your listing. So good. The other thing I want to highlight, just two more things and we're done, okay? Because I know your head's about to explode. Two things that I believe are super important is that you want to update the documents and the links about your property. This is huge. Your sellers are going to love this. You want to make sure that you're uploading documents and that the documents haven't changed, and if they do need to be updated, you want to revise the documents that you uploaded. So when you click on Upload Document, give it a title, give it a description. You can select the document to upload, and then you want to share it on the web or show it on the web, and hit Save Document. Things like disclosures, maybe a description of the property, like all the amenities and the updates that they did. They did this with my listing, and I really appreciated this as a seller, because I know that you can't squeeze all that data into a description in the MLS. I get it. But we literally had 2.5 pages of all these amazing upgrades that we did over the 23 years that we owned our home in Arizona. So update your property documents, and then any resource links. If you have drone footage or you're walking through the property, update that link here, okay? Last thing I'm going to share with you, and then we're done, is open house and live streams. This is especially important for open houses. All you need to do is put in the date and the start and end time, and then hit save. Best rule of thumb is when the event is over, you want to come back in and delete it, okay? But this is such a great way that shows just a banner on exitrealty.com, and people are looking through the different listings and they see that there's an open house. That's how we sold our property. We actually had people come by the open house, and what they did was they came back with, so the buyers came to the open house by themselves, and then they came back with their agent. So make sure that you have your open house properly marketed. That's really important. And that's really it for the expert marketing suite. And actually, I'm not being truthful. I do have one more slide for you. It's on the Exit Realty Connect app, but this is so easy, you guys. First thing I want you to know is that you want to make sure that you've updated or that you install the latest version of the Exit Realty Connect app. And the second thing is I want you to get familiar with the consumer side of the app. So I'm going to go into my phone, and I'm going to just simply log in. Actually, I'm going to click on log out. This is what you want to make sure that you do. When you either text APP to 85377, you want the latest version of the Exit Realty Connect app. We make updates, so you want to make sure that you're running the latest version of it. When I log into the account, I'm actually going to put in my consumer side login, because I want you to see what your consumers might be missing out on. Okay, make sure, yeah. it's okay that you see my password. I just want to make sure that I'm typing it in correctly. So I'm logging in as a customer on the consumer side. So what you want to do is I want you to create a consumer side account so that you can see all the benefits that consumers get when they're using your Exit Realty Connect app. So practice this. You can share your Exit Realty Connect app with your consumer, and when you do and they connect with you as their exit agent, they get a branded Exit Realty Connect app that's got all your contact information. They've got lots of great tools and resources that really helps them keep a pulse on what's going on in the industry. They can view homes, they can save them, they can connect their app with their spouse or significant other, or maybe they have adult sons and daughters who are thinking about buying a home. This is a great resource, and I would say one of our underutilized resources. So get out, get comfortable with the Exit Realty Connect app on the consumer side by creating an account for yourself. You could use a different email and a different password, connect with yourself, and then you can see all the great things. And then finally, share this with your consumer. And you can do that through the Exit Realty Connect app in quick leads. Okay, close your books, close your notepads, you're good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and come back to our presentation. Let me just make sure I had presenter view. Okay, we're done. We're done going through several of our technologies, and I can assure you there's never a good time to do this, but doing this ahead of time before you actually need this is going to save you a lot of headache. You're going to be so glad that you went through this and that you were able to correct and improve or update some of the things that have been outdated, okay? So I want to thank you for joining us, and I absolutely want to make sure that we stay connected. My vanity code for my mobile business card is there at the bottom. I would love to hear from you. What did you learn in this month's Techinar that you're going to put into practice in your business? I would love to hear what you have set up for yourself. And then I also want to remind you that we do this always on the fourth Wednesday of every single month, on Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Now that benefits you, the Exit associate, but also benefits agents who are not with Exit, who just want to lean in and get to know some of the tools and resources that we provide as a member benefit. This is a way that you can invite them so that they can learn, they can meet executives from Exit Realty Corp International. I would love the opportunity to get to know them, and they get to see a little taste of our technology, which is always great. We also have additional resources, so they can go to at Exit Realty Corp International on social media. They can go to joinexitrrealty.com. Real Estate Industry Leaders is my favorite. So definitely share realestateindustryleaders.com. A lot of great information for you, the Exit agent, but also a lot of great knowledge for agents not with Exit. And then we have Exit TV. When you text that to 85377, it takes you to our YouTube channel, and we have tons of videos that you can go and check out. And at least, if I'm not mistaken, there's got to be about 55 different Techinars that are recorded that you can share or that you can rewatch, okay? So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me this month. Again, I'm interested in hearing, what did you discover that you need to go back and correct? I'm so excited to cheer you on and say, right on. I'm so glad that you joined us today. Can't wait to check in with you, and I'll see you next month. Make it a great rest of your day, everyone. Thank you for joining in.